The Super Smash Bros. Tier lists, the go-to guides for future necessary buffs and nerfs, but also for selecting a competitive fighter. The uses for these lists are many, both for the developers to balance the game with updates and for players to have a go-to character that will be able to perform no matter what. However, since Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS, the existing tier list has been interrupted by a malevolent force known as DLCs, or more specifically, third-party franchise icons that have a huge amount of expectations attached to their name. So today, we will look closer on what the current tier list and the late Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS DLC fighter inclusions could say about Persona 5's Joker future tier placement inside Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new side series of Inside Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC tier list, where we will take a future announced DLC fighter and predict where we see them on the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighter tier list. First out, Atlas poster boy and Persona 5's main protagonist, Joker. So, what is the current tier list and how do we get here? To give you a solid answer and understanding that will help us place Joker, we have to go back to December 2015 and February 2016. This will serve to remind us when the Cloud and Bayonetta DLC packs came out for Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS. Since for a while after their inclusion, both Cloud and Bayonetta were not S-tier characters, but shortly after rose to prominence and got the nickname of the Broken characters. Well, actually not for Cloud since he is really close to Diddy Kong, but Bayonetta was leaps beyond the other fighters, so far indeed that she was for a long while banned from the Super Smash Bros. 4 tournament scene. Sakurai knew about this, and for Ultimate he made sure to nerf her so much that we would never see Bayonetta vs Bayonetta finals again at EVO. One key reason for the change of positions for Cloud and Bayonetta is that Smash Ultimate plays differently. The second is that it has many returning fighters from past entries too, such as Ice Climbers, Pokemon Trainer, Solid Snake, and newcomers like the Inklings, Ridley, Simon Belmont, and King K. Rool, just to name a few. The massive roster plus the additional future DLC must have been a balancing nightmare, but somehow Sakurai and his team made it, and instead of an S tier consisting of 3 characters, we now have 4 or 5, and many more A/high tier characters. More interestingly, the tiers differ from update to update, week to week, and player to player, which offers a more dynamic field of play instead of a static one. A key reason for this trend is the constant stream of updates, DLC newcomers, and soon, stages. However, the most influential update thus far was version 2.0 with the launch of Piranha Plant in the end of January and with the first paid DLC pack Persona 5 Joker coming sometime in April with a brand new stage. We might yet see even more changes to the official tier list. So, where do we see Joker when he finally fulfills his dream of joining the Ultimate Smash experience on Final Destination with no items?
The short answer, somewhere in the upper tiers, and the main reason for this is that the third-party paid DLC characters are an investment that has to make a profit. If Cloud and Bayonetta sucked, would people have bought the DLC packs? It goes without telling, third-party icons like Persona 5's Joker come with unreal levels of expectations from fans and Atlus. Why? Because we all want our investment to pay off. For Atlus, it is crucial to give a good name for Joker through Smash prior to likely porting Persona 5 to the Nintendo Switch. While fans and the Smash community deserves a high-level fighter, a true spectacle of a stage, and as many tracks as possible from the amazing Persona 5 soundtrack. Sakurai's job is to please both his business partners, Atlus, and Nintendo, who selected Joker for Smash. We guess it was the same case with Cloud and Bayonetta. They just had to be top-tier fighters. Or did they? As unlike with the massive reveals and then studies of Cloud and Bayonetta in the November 2015 Nintendo Direct and the final Super Smash Bros. 4 presentation in December the same year, Joker has been shrouded in secrecy. Let's take a closer look at this mystery. Joker was revealed in December at the 2018 Game Awards, but since then, as of March 12, 2019, we have only received a brief look at his fighter model and the confirmation of the release month, namely April. No gameplay trailer or demonstration, and this might point to that Sakurai must have a reason as to why he holds Joker's moveset and the Persona 5 stage away from us. Could it be that he is not as top tier as we expect him to be? Well, it all comes down to his moveset, recoveries, ground and air game.
And here we have to get into the specifics of Joker's likely moveset taken from Persona 5. Since while the final smash is likely to be an all-out attack, unless Sakurai once again wants to surprise us, we need to keep one thing in mind. Joker is a special inclusion, mostly because he doesn't only wield one specific type of weapon or shield, but can potentially summon hundreds of personas like Jack Frost that have way too many moves to list here. So will Joker only have his starter persona, Arsene Lupin, then? Game Explain in their moveset video suggested that this would go against the nature of Joker, and that he instead could work as Pokemon Trainer, but instead of being on the sidelines, also take part in the action as the personas lend him their strengths. The same goes for Game Explain's suggestion of including Morgana and a sleep-based replenishment, similar to the one seen used by the Inklings. Seriously, go and check out their moveset suggestion video, it deserves more views. So Personas and Morgana will likely lend Joker a helping hand, but what about Joker himself? Well, we all know that Joker is an agile and well-trained character that nearly avoided capture from Tokyo's police forces. Based on this, we see Joker as a strong fighter, both on the ground when running around the stage, but also in the air to make sure Joker fits the characteristics portrayed in Persona 5's opening act. We are definitely in for a very solid double jump and air game. And as for regular Joker's non-Persona and non-Morgana attacks, he will likely resort to his trademark gun and dagger. Excluding any of these would be an insult to the character and his do-it-by-himself approach. So is there any possible downside to this amazing newcomer? The complexity of this fighter is rather fitting, as the source material is also very complex. You see, a Smash Bros. Fighter can have the most amazing moveset, but it can also be a pain in the neck to use in hectic battle situations, like say Olimar, Snake, Mr. Game & Watch, and last but not least Pokemon Trainer. So, a hard character to main, but when you first master this challenge, he might as well be one of the best fighters in the game and place in the S or A ranks. But in order to get a better understanding, we asked our Smash expert, Alan Plummer, to give us his take on Joker's possible tier placement following the buffs and nerfs that will be applied with his launch in version 3.0. That's you. Look at that medal. Show it off to the camera. There you go.
That's what you get.
That's what you get.
Being number one of probably 20.
Yeah, and what character did you play as?
Boozer.
Boozer. Alright, cool.
That was
the Bows.
the president of Nintendo America.
Dang, I didn't know he was playable in that game. But anyway, I don't know jack about tier lists. So, where do you think that Joker from Persona 5 is going to land on said tier list when he releases?
That's a tough one.
It is,
It really is. Like, if
that's
you
the
look
episode. Bye-bye. Just kidding.
at Always Sunny intro.
Yeah.
No, it's just like all these characters are all like so weirdly classed together. It's like, okay, so the summoning ones like Shulk and Bayonetta, they're somewhere in the middle tier, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Depending on which. Some people could use them really well, that's the thing.
When Bayonetta came out, speaking of her, on the Wii
she
U,
was broken.
yes.
She was so broken.
Do you think this is going to be the case with Joker?
I want to think so, because Piranha Plant was broken for the time being.
I
For
guess,
a
yeah.
small bit of time, they were just wrecking house, you know? So, you had Bayonetta who came out. When she came out, she was absolutely broken, banned from everything, basically. You can see her anywhere. And then you had a couple other characters that showed up. Cloud was pretty crazy.
He was pretty OP, I think.
He was pretty wild with that.
I still think he kind of is an ultimate from when I've played him, at least.
He was pretty wild when he came out. He had the Limit Breaker, and it did some pretty wicked damage, and it was a really good plays for some tournaments. So there's that, and then you got all these characters, but then you got surprisingly Peach on the top tier of everything right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you go to any tier list right now, Peach is the top.
Of
Daisy's
course.
the echo.
Yeah, you'd think that with this character coming out, and Sakurai and Nintendo, of course, mostly Nintendo, they're the moneymakers here, they would want to make this character to the point where people would want to buy him, even if they're not necessarily Persona fans. Do you think the answer to that is making him a ridiculously powerful character, or something else entirely?
You know, this isn't the first time I heard this. This is not the first time I heard this. This is like the third or fourth time that somebody brought this up. So, Joker being overpowered just for the sake of people buying it, that's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Because I feel like that's like a lose-lose kind of situation. You know what I mean? One, you kind of break the competitive scene for the time being until the next patch, especially with them dropping Joker apparently on the same day as, what was it, 3.0 patch? That's what it is. The so. Big 3.0 that's probably going to be dropping Home Run Contest and create a stage.
I would love Home Run Contest back.
Well, those are the speculations right now. So, like, you got those two, and you got this big update that they're probably going to leave alone for a minute before they make a patch for anything that's broken in it. So, I don't know if they would want a broken character wreaking havoc all over online, causing people to complain and, you know, even drop it.
You think he'll be banned from tournaments? Like, he'll be on that level of tier? Or do you think it's just they're going to think of the competitive scene when they drop this character?
I think that depends, honestly. It depends specifically on the moveset, because you never know
we have no idea.
It's so confusing. You see all these videos like Game Explain and all those kind of guys. They're all posting those videos where it's like speculation. Look at the options menu here. Jack Frost. He could be a summon. You could always, because all we know is the trailer from Game Awards. All we know is the Game Awards. That's it.
Yeah, and what little we saw of him in that direct.
What are you supposed to do with the Game Awards trailer? And then you got a little wraparound shoulder shot of him. Okay, cool. That's nice. But it still doesn't have anything in there. The only thing you have specifically is his main summon. That's his main persona. And
which has got to be in there, you would think.
You probably got to think there's going to be no gun. Because they're trying to keep that PG rating. They're not going Shadow of the
Bayonetta, though.
Oh my gosh,
Solid
right.
Snake, though.
No, Snake doesn't have a straight-up pistol.
He doesn't, but Bayonetta does on her feet.
That's true. She has one. That breaks my entire piece.
You never know with Smash. You just never know.
Well, that's the thing. There's like magical pistols all over the place.
Bottom line, whatever tier he's going to be, wherever he's going to rank, which we're both assuming is probably going to be somewhere high up. Maybe.
Personal opinion, I would say, for now, if he's broken, S tier. He's going to be even above S tier. He's going to be just straight up banned. He's going to be above it. He's just OP. That's it.
That's it.
Peach and then OP. But if they balance it perfectly and everything goes right, and if he's speculative wise, if he's the broken summon any kind of persona for any of his smash attacks kind of deal, or if he has a Shulk kind of move where he's able to switch between, Minato skills on the fly. If they make it like that, then it could go anywhere between B tier to maybe like even S tier, honestly.
Maybe even X tier, Z tier.
Don't get me started on Z tier. That's Yoshi.
Yeah, Pi tier. The freaking 3.14 tier. But yes, thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Plumber. Where can we find you?
You can find me at Nuke the Fridge.
Hey, you can find me at Nuke the Fridge too.
Yay!
That's our website.
Nuke the Fridge Gaming.
Yep, check it out. YouTube.com/NukeTheFridgeGaming. But before I get in trouble for plugging my own stuff, thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as that like button, as it really helps us out. And we would also like to thank our patrons over at patreon.com/CommonRealm, including royal producers Kenyatta Ali and Bradley Carriage. Thank you all so much. This has been the Commonwealth Realm. We will see you next time. You broke my lamp.